The biggest concern that I'm hearing from you loud and clear as a DoorDash Dasher, pay, base pay, guys, just do it. Increase the base pay from a minimum of $2. They can do it, right? I hear you. On-time rates in all of this. Autonomy. This is exactly why in episode 3, episode 4, I'm bringing on fellow Dashers who attended the brand new DoorDash Dasher Roundtable. In this video, I'm very excited to bring on Luis from Houston, Texas, who has quite the channel himself, helping gig workers like you. So Luis, welcome to the channel. Tell the audience a little bit about your gig work experience.
Thank you, Mike. My name is Luis Berti. I have the YouTube channel called Delivery TV. Is a channel that is in Spanish. It's for the Hispanic community. We've been there working for 6 years now. We have the social media, the TikTok, the Instagram, but the mother of all the platform is YouTube, and I'm really happy to be here because I'm a huge fan of Mike. When I start my channel, he was already doing videos. So of course I saw his channel and your channel inspired mine to do so many things. So I'm so grateful to be here.
I appreciate it. Get Luis to 100,000 folks. He's probably going to hit it by the time you watch this video. I mean, he's super, super close. So early congrats on that.
Thank you. We're almost there. Less than 400,
yeah.
I think 500. Yeah, almost.
Yeah, he's going to wake up tomorrow or the next day. He's going to hit it very soon. So again, congrats there. Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about this roundtable event. Why, folks? It's because I'm one person. So I like to get the different thoughts and opinions of these other Dashers and experienced Dashers like Luis here. So let's talk about this. I've talked already with several Dashers about this roundtable event. Let me just pass it off to you. Like, what was your main takeaway, pros or cons?
Well, let's begin with the pros. The pros, it was great to be there. We've been talking about DoorDash. We've been talking about these delivery apps for so long that having the opportunity to go to the source and to the core of the business and see how everything happened, that was really interesting. A takeaway that I have after the event was the DoorDash app is alive. It's not ready. So many people working in real time trying to fix things. It's not an app that is done and they're gone. No, it's constantly work on the flow, working to solve situations. That caught my attention. Another thing that caught my attention was the average waiting time for orders. Colin, you met him. He introduced me to this guy that he was working in the average time between orders. And I mentioned to Colin, listen, I made a video about that, and it's crazy because you see 2 minutes and then you don't receive orders in 15. So he told me, let's meet the guy who do that work. And the guy told me, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for that, but I'm working on it. And that was a really interesting insight to see. They are really working like all the time to trying to make it work. But yeah, so many things, right? It was interesting. That's the good thing. I think the not that good is, well, I spoke with Tony, like you also did it. And when I asked him about some things, marketing, the typical responses, the guy is great. He's really humble. I'm not talking about how he behaved with us. He was really good. He really stayed there in the room, spoke with us, and it was great. But definitely his answer when he said, I don't see emotions, I'm looking for the signal. That was something that I was like, well, you need to connect with the human side, and I didn't see that. I saw like a person who is always in the data and the data. So yeah, that was my takeaway from that conversation. The guy is always trying to solve problems, but he's not that connected with the human side. At least that's what I felt.
I appreciate you sharing that. You made two incredibly important points there. The last point about Tony, and I believe you specifically asked him, does he watch content like this? And he said no. Now, to your point, folks, he's running a insanely huge company, right? Like billions and billions of dollars of valuation here. So yeah, he doesn't necessarily have the time. His team can summarize things. He said, what is the signal that comes from, let's say, all of these comments? He was kind of inferring to comments here. There's tens of thousands of comments. So I will say maybe that, yes, he's not going to get emotionally involved with every single comment. Is like, hey, this stinks. This is great, whatever. He's looking for trend analysis, again, a signal, something that comes from the kind of presiding thoughts in these comments. I get it. It's tough here. Now, the first thing you said, though, with Colin, a DoorDash product manager, and I'll leave a video link down below, folks, where I interviewed Colin and Kyle, two product managers, very nice at DoorDash. Listen, that was a huge takeaway. So you talked to Colin and you said, hey, the estimated wait times, folks, like, when you go online, it's on the bottom left, it says, estimate you'll wait 1 to 3 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes. And you said, hey, sometimes that is not accurate. And he voluntarily, this wasn't part of like the training or whatever that we did. He's like, yeah, let's go talk to the person that does it. And of course, there's a whole team that works on this stuff, not just one person, but that is surprisingly transparent that he offered you that opportunity.
And the guy was in the computer, like connected, like working, and Colin interrupted him. And he was like, yeah, what's going on here? And well, this is Luis from Delivery TV. And I introduced myself and the guy, and I mentioned him. I made a video saying that DoorDash is that's fake. Really energetic, right?
Yeah.
And he told me, look, man, I'm sorry. I'm trying to work and make things work. So that was interesting.
He's like, I'm coding, man. I don't know what else you want me to do. I'm working on it. No, I get it. And listen, folks, please share your thoughts. I mean, this, I think, is why you'd want to subscribe and check out Luis's channel as well. I mean, because I try to give you both sides. I'm not going to say DoorDash is the best thing ever, because they're not. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing ever. I really try to report a neutral stance. This is exactly why I get feedback from other gig workers like Luis here, to get you a well-rounded take. But I know it's not always accurate, right? It says 1 to 3 minutes. I'm like, I've been waiting 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. So 100%. Sometimes we think something so little as that little bubble that says 1 to 3 minutes, they may have, like you said, a whole team working on different widgets or whatever, if you will, on the Dasher app. So let's turn our attention maybe to new opportunities and features. And there was a lot that we discussed. We didn't necessarily get into that per se, but what do you like right now from DoorDash? There's DashLink. There's flash offers. There's Dasher tasks, which are non-delivery opportunities, or even current stuff, shop and deliver. What kind of earnings opportunities specifically are you liking right now?
I really love the old-fashioned, the old-fashioned deliveries. That's what I like the most. Is the easiest way to work. But something that also caught my attention was the shopping opportunity. What I like about DoorDash is the different opportunities that they bring. How can you say no to different opportunities to work and to earn money? It's difficult to say no. That's bad. It's not bad. It's good. The payment, that's another subject. But especially with the shopping, I've been avoiding shopping for so long, because for me it's so difficult to go to a grocery store and trying to find a product. That is something that I sweat. It's difficult for me. But they show us some new things that are coming, and I really believe that so many people are going to work with the shopping, because this new update that they are working on, I think this update is going to help people like me that are afraid of grocery stores. So I think between shopping and DashLink, I stay with the shopping. DashLink for me is too many miles, too many time. But in my audience, one of the the two most popular ways to earn more money right now is Spark Driver and DashLink. DashLink is the number one. It's like everybody's talking about DashLink, the waiting list, and it's incredible. In fact, in my metrics on YouTube, you can see the peak with the DashLink videos. It's crazy.
Yeah, people are interested in DashLink. They're always interested in ways to earn more here. Appreciate you sharing that. You know, you made a point here. I'm trying to pull it back before I lost my point. You said something, about shop and deliver.
Yes.
Let's stay on shopping because we did talk about shopping in the roundtable. I haven't talked about shopping with any other attendees yet. So let's stay on that. DoorDash specifically highlighted shop and deliver. And yes, what I love is you and me both don't like shopping. Folks, if you ever doubt like how, I guess, straightforward I'll be with DoorDash, I told their product managers in the roundtable and everyone else there, I said, I don't like shopping. I don't do shopping. It's maybe this is the same for you, Luis, but it's finding the products like you mentioned. I've been to stores where I have no idea the layout. That was more so in San Diego. Here I kind of know the stores in Pittsburgh, but still. Item substitutions, communicating all of this. So DoorDash highlighted the original item found protection. So if you can take a photo of that empty shelf and prove it's out of stock, it won't hit that original item found metric, which goes into pro shopper status. Of course, again, it's not perfect because they did increase the threshold from 92% to 96% on that original item found. I also suggested an item count filter. I would love it. So in preferences, I still think you should do this, guys, is allow me under shop and deliver to set an item count filter preference. Only send me shops with 10 item counts or less, 8, 15, whatever it is for you. Because that's another thing. I don't care how you slice it. More items means more opportunity for something to go wrong. I can't find it or it's out of stock. And the more items you have, again, it's just simple numbers here. So now we can stay on shop and deliver. You talked about DashLink. I do have DashLink here in Pittsburgh. I mean, do you have DashLink? Have you done DashLink yet?
Never. I have DashLink, but the waiting list is crazy. So I there was a moment when I just stopped trying. Is my market, I'm based in Houston, is really crowded. So many people, and the learning curve and also the amount of different situation with DashLink. In fact, I didn't want to put that on the table in the round table because I will spend like 2 hours talking about the different issues with the waiting list. But it's so crazy that I don't want to get involved with the DashLink, but it's so important for so many drivers. And yeah, I do have the DashLink, and I really believe it's a really good opportunity because it's like Amazon, like Spark, and drivers have different type of or different interests in how do they work. Some drivers like shopping, others like me like the regular dashing experience, but other likes routes, and that's good. And it's a great opportunity for those type of workers.
I mean, that's said so well because listen, folks, and drop a like on this video if you appreciate Luis being on here. Hopefully you get value on this channel. Consider subscribing. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. Exactly. You don't have to do DoorDash, folks. I mean, I try to help you in the gig economy. I've heard wonderful things on Walmart Spark. I've done Walmart Spark. For me, I'm a little bit further from a Walmart and maybe doesn't make sense logistically. Amazon Flex, similar to, yes, DashLink, routed delivery. You can do routed delivery on Spark. You can do routed on a lot of these other apps as well. Do what works best for you and, of course, pays you the most here. So with DashLink, I like it. I like it better than Amazon Flex, but conversely, Amazon Flex warehouse delivery, I think could be a top 5 maybe, or at least 10 gig economy platform if they show you the route, like DashLink. They don't show you the route. Amazon, if you guys added that to show the route ahead of time, to show the stop count, so I can see exactly where I'm going and I can choose a specific routes like DashLink, Amazon could really step up the game here and we're coming into the holiday season. You can get more drivers probably that might I don't want to do it because there's DashLink. There's DashLink here in Pittsburgh. It's like, well, why would I sign up for a blind shift, which is what it is on Flex, versus I could choose a DashLink. I know exactly where I'm going, how many stops, etc.
Yeah, and that's the situation that they mentioned. They haven't put so much attention with the DashLink. The waiting list. Any situation where I have to fight to compete to get a spot, I won't be there. And that is DashLink. You have to get in the waiting list in the 9 p.m. or 12 p.m. a.m. and be there in the where. But what distance? And if I get disconnected from DashLink, I can still do DoorDash. It's so crazy, so many things.
Waitlist opens at 9:30 p.m., folks, right? So that's number one. Okay. You can get reminders when the waitlist opens, fine. Then you get on the waitlist, but then priority dashers like silver, gold, and platinum, they can jump in front of you on the waitlist. Okay, fine. And then the next day comes, when you signed up, and then it'll say, you might not get a DashLink route, or you may get a DashLink route depending on demand and stuff like that. But let's kind of bring it back to the roundtable here, Luis. I mean, any big takeaways on what DoorDash is working on? Any other kind of things that you really took away from that?
Well, I have so many. It was crazy. We spent a whole day listening so many things and so many products that they are working on right now. Top of mind for me, for example, one thing that I saw. It wasn't a product. Of course, they talk about the overall rating, the ETA, and that was a huge point there. But one thing that I noticed was that they were really taking notes, and there was a moment when I felt these workers, they need to connect more with the audiences, because we mentioned some things and they were like, oh wow, they were surprised. So I suppose they spend so much time coding and working in the computer that they are not connected with the street. But well, that's why they are doing the roundtable. Overall rating important, but my huge takeaway was the fact that they received what I brought to the table with the audiences. I had the proposal of the transparency with the acceptance rate. One member of the audience create this video so DoorDash can see the idea of the driver, to see with transparency what orders did a driver accept and decline, so you can know how many orders do you need to accept to achieve some, especially with the gold and the platinum. And that's another thing, gold and platinum, those two tiers are going to be really important in the future. So the other thing is Dash Now going away? Things are really changing with the DoorDash right now. And I really think that in the future, we won't see Dash Now anymore. It's going to change. What's your take on that?
I'm hearing rumblings in the roundtable event that yes, there's some iteration, some changes to Dash Now. And then to your other point about ranked dashers, yes, they said they really want to reward gold and platinum dashers specifically. So I get that as well.
And I really feel like they need to call us more and call more drivers to listen in. Not all the data don't give you the whole story. You need to connect more with the drivers.
Are they listening enough? Maybe not. Maybe like Luis said, maybe that's why they're kind of doubling down with events like this, and listen, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. So if these to borrow the verbiage that we keep kind of saying here. If the signal keeps coming to DoorDash, we really don't like base pay, we don't like on-time rate, we don't like this and that, they're going to listen. Is it going to be the most optimal? Now it's $5 minimum base pay. No, but at least it's going to push them hopefully in the right direction. So any final thoughts, Louise, for DoorDash Dashers? I kind of like finishing with this question. Based on that roundtable event, your experience dashing, there in Houston and just at large, what do you think about the future of dashing? We have Dot, we have now Earn by Time, we have all this other stuff. We have a new Dasher app. Where are we headed in 2026?
I think we're heading to a really diverse app. You're going to see so many opportunities. The market is so crowded right now, but what I saw there was DoorDash working in so many different ways that people can earn money. The thing is that when you depend more on the apps, you're going to have problems because the payment is I didn't see like any plans to put more money there. So you just have to accept the best orders for you and not depending so much in one app. In the end, when we have the feedback session, I mentioned that the results are so important. If they are doing this and they are planning to do this in a yearly basis, they have to give results. So I'm really optimistic because if they are thinking to do this in a yearly basis, that means that there are going to be changes. And I think that's positive.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that. That was a huge takeaway. Like, exactly. DoorDash can say whatever for Dashers. There has to be, and Marco mentioned this, AKA Nova Hustles, that there has to be measurable results. I said the same thing. I'm looking Q1, Q2 of next year. We have to see things actually come down the pipeline, because if not, it's just going to be one of those things like, well, you say this and that, you even have this fancy event, but nothing actually changes. So I'm very excited to see what actionable items come from this roundtable. And again, Louise, I appreciate your time coming on the channel today.
So thankful. Thank you, Mike. And thank you to the audience. Give like and subscribe to my channel, please. Don't forget to do that, please.
I appreciate that. And yours as well. We'll leave Louise's channel link down below. I think that's the biggest takeaway, folks. I read a lot of raw emotion, especially if you're relying on this income. I have been there. I've been flat broke and I've relied on gig economy income. I get it. Or even if you're doing this as a side hustle and it's frustrating because you're like, well, I'm not making as much money anymore because of this and that. So I think feedback, number one, let's like politely nudge, right? AKA shoved DoorDash and be like, hey, please improve this. And then it's on to them. It's like tennis. We're hitting it over the net, and now it's time to hit it back. And DoorDash sends over improvements, and that volley goes back and forth. Feedback, improvements, etc. So we'll see if the game of tennis is reciprocated. Look at that analogy, right? We'll see if this is reciprocated. I'm hopeful that it will be. That we'll see actionable items. So don't go anywhere. Subscribe so we can track this for you and hopefully make you more money. Drop a like on this video on your way out, and I'll see you soon.